Welcome back, everyone. Do you like pina coladas? Well, let me tell you right now, we have a great recipe, but this one is actually for the whole family. Suzanne Clark is here from livingacreativelife.net, and she's going to show us how to do it. And we're making these in ice cube trays.
Yes, isn't that kind of a cool idea?
It is. What are we making?
Well, we are going to make pina colada cheesecake bites. This has become a staple in our house. You know, we always have these on hand because the kids like to make them, and you know, they're actually a nice, healthy treat after school.
I like it.
Any time of the day, they are delicious.
Any time of the year, too. Okay, so where do we start when we're making these?
Well, first of all, we're going to kind of create our little cheesecake filling.
Okay.
So we are going to start off with some cream cheese. We're going to use the Challenge cream cheese because it's so nice and creamy. If you want to just go ahead and start getting that going. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of coconut cream. And this is not milk, it's coconut cream.
Okay, 1 cup of coconut cream. Make it a little creamy.
There.
All right. I was worried that was going to happen.
You know what? We can kind of go like this.
Okay, I'm like, what's the secret here? Because I'm making a mess.
Well, it also doubles as a facial mask.
Okay, good. Okay, where are we now?
We're doing pretty good, though. It doesn't have to be completely all.
What are you pouring in there now?
That is 3/4 cup of sugar.
Okay, you got some sugar in there. Let's point it at the camera. So
There we go.
It'll get on Rick, who's behind the camera.
We'll have some extra special effects today. Now we need to put some lime in the coconut. So we are going to add 1 fresh lime. Now, you know, at certain times of the year, the limes aren't very juicy. So, you know, we need at least 2 to 3 tablespoons. So
keep that in mind if you're making it any time of year.
If it's a dry lime, add a little bit more. I told you these were fun to make, right? And then we're going to add some lime zest to that. And so now we want to add some extra flavor to these to, you know, add the pineapple side. So I have about 3/4 cup of crushed pineapple. And we're just going to add that right in. Just a quick mix because we don't want to break up that pineapple too much. Okay, that's good.
All right.
Done. Now we're going to go ahead and create the little bites. That's really
Oh my God.
That's what I mean. The kids can do this.
Okay, now.
And it looks soupy, right? It's going to freeze.
Soupy, and is it okay? Did I not mix this up enough,
Well,
or should it be like that?
Just a little bit more, but it's
A little
okay
bit
right
more,
now.
okay.
But you know what? My kids actually kind of like it like that because you kind of get that chunk like of cream cheese.
Like cream cheese. Okay. So do you fill these up?
Yes, fill them up, and you might think, well, look how thin it is. But when these freeze up because of the cream cheese keeps these really light and not icy.
Okay.
Okay, if I was just to use coconut milk, they'd be icy. But the cream cheese makes them kind of decadent.
Okay.
And then to go ahead and finish these off, once you have your whole tray filled, we're going to add some toasted coconut. Now, there's really no mystery in making toasted coconut. I'm just going to take the coconut that I buy in a bag and put it into a skillet. And you just want to toast it over medium heat. Okay? And this is also the secret to toasting coconut or nuts. When you see that, oh, they're almost ready, remove it from the heat because the pan's still hot and the coconut's hot.
And that'll cook. Okay.
And you won't burn it. And then we're just going to go like this. Just add a little sprinkle. You know, if your kids don't like coconut, you don't have to do that. But we really like the toasted coconut. And then this just gets put into the freezer.
This is what we end up with, and you can just grab these, pop them in your mouth?
Yes, it's a perfect snack. I like to pop them out of this ice cube tray and just put them into a baggie. And if you want to really kind of kick it up for the adults and make it like a real traditional pina colada, you can just pop these into the blender and add a little rum, and you have a delicious frosty pina colada.
All right, you can find this recipe online, everyone, livingacreativelife.net.